Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Patrick's Parabox. That's not the cadence I usually use. That was much more like, "Oh gosh, I didn't see you there." So I have some bad news. I have some medium to bad news. It isn't good news. I can tell you that. I spent some time looking at these two puzzles that we haven't figured out yet, and honestly, I got nothing. I have no idea what to do with them or how to do it with them. I did figure we can get this blue thing off of the ceiling here. That seems good. That's just like free resources. Well, it's not free resources. It costs us a pointer. But listen, pointer dimensions are a dime a dozen these days. Who even cares? I don't really have a good sense of what to do from there, though. It's almost possible, to use this blue thing in kind of a similar way to help scrape the green space off of the top of the yellow block. Like if we could now get the blue thing into one of the pointer dimensions, we could push it down and out. We need to be very careful about this sort of thing. We can't just use the green space to free itself, because once we do this, the green space is recursive, which means the moment we enter it to move the thing around, we can never leave again. Because this happens or this happens, and obviously both of these things are unacceptable to us in our current struggles. And we have to figure all of this out before we leave the yellow space, because once we do, we can never come back. So yeah, it's not ideal. It's not great. And I do not know how to solve it. So we're just gonna not stress about them for right now. For the moment, we're just gonna move right along. Let's play down here in the transfer zone. Transfer. Why are we called transfer? Huh. So, how are we going to get access to that? Okay, does this work in this situation where I can't push this block over to the side? It sure does. Okay. This is what is meant by transfer. You can enter a space somewhere other than the middleist part of it by just setting up a situation where the other thing can't happen. That said, it's not entirely trivial all the time, is it? Because how are we going to get in here and then close them in together? I was just making sure there wasn't some misunderstanding I had about the function of these things. Oh, the way we're going to do that is by putting this space inside of that space, right? Because if we just... How will we make this work? Okay, push this in here. This is exactly wide enough to accommodate 2 blocks. So we push you out, and then there we go. So this was actually a question I had. This is a fundamentally quite similar puzzle. Here we have to do one more layer of pushing around here, I think. We have to make this happen. There we go. So that we can do the dreaded double transfer. Almost as complicated as a McTwist, very nearly. So... Right? Same deal? Pretty much same deal? I think pretty much same deal. Sorry, actually, these need to not be here right now, because I think I need to use this thing to tuck our eventual victory condition into. There we go. So yeah, I had this question before, but we were just not in a... I think this may be the first time we were actually in a position to test how this works. This seems relatively straightforward. I keep looking at these and going, hold on a second, no. This is too easy. And then remembering that, oh yeah, sometimes in the non-challenge puzzles, sometimes it's just like that. Okay. So we can do one of these without meaningful consequence, right? Because of the uneven wall. And then with the other one, we're going to create an unrecoverable position, but by the time it becomes unrecoverable, it's too late for us to care about it. We'll be dead already. I mean, the puzzle will be solved already. Little bits of the real world creeping in around the edges. See, it's interesting that I don't have to clear this set of normal puzzles in order for this set to become available. I wonder why that's like that, because like the path looks like it travels through. I don't know. Let's have a look at these challenges. So we have to construct a situation where there's another one of those things where it doesn't look all that difficult, right? Like, doesn't this work? No, because we're going to press the we're going to push the teal question mark block out to the left if we do that. So we need to find a spot that's going to hold these, which is... How do we do that? Because, like, this doesn't work because we won't be able to enter the right block from the bottom. This doesn't work because when we try to move right after going through here, we're going to shove this block out to the right. I need this space. This space is the one. Here we go. We need something that holds them both in place horizontally and where there is obstruction above the right block. Interesting. So... Okay, so we have to put the two yellow blocks into the middle row of this blue thing to the right of its center so that it can't press any further toward the teal thing, which we can accomplish by just doing this, right? I think. Yeah. And then, you know, transfer. So what do I need the yellow block for here? Because it looks to me like we could shove this up against... Oh, right. That's what we need the yellow block for. I was going to say we could just shove this up against the one wall and then shove it into the corner and everything would be peachy. But in fact, you can't trust those peaches. Actually, what I want to do here is before I even make the transfer, we have to reset this, right? Well, actually, no, I guess I just need to get it out of here. And then we can just do the exact same thing in the corner. Use it as a spacer. There we go. The challenge puzzles from early in a world. When they're still easy for my puzzle-addled brain. So, if we use a yellow box as a spacer to prevent this thing from becoming trapped... We do it like this, right? This lets us get this thing in without destroying our ability to get there from the other side, because now we can just push this all the way over to here and replicate that situation against the opposite wall, and we don't need the spacer anymore because we never need to be able to recover this this space. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really needed the morale boost after like just staring at those other two puzzles for what seemed like a very long time to me. So, how do we make use of the... If we put this like that, there we go. All it takes is a little bit of realignment for it to appear very obvious. It's just a matter of sort of readjusting your understanding. Oh no. Wait. That didn't happen last time because that's not what I did. I was about to say in my head, like, why is the result different? But yeah, it's because I did a different thing. That'll do it. Okay, so here we have a pointer space that I can push outside of this and it'll be fine. Yeah, and then I guess I didn't actually push it outside, I just moved it. It's always just moving it. But something in my brain feels better when I change the scale of it. It's like, yes, I accomplished something. I was able to affect the world in a way, and you can't prove I didn't. So this feels like a very similar puzzle, right? But wait, this is gonna just push... This is just gonna push the meta puzzle block to the right. And that's going to be a problem no matter where I do it. Yeah, there's no too wide... Oh, the too wide spaces are all inside of the teal block. Right, they're right here. Okay. So... How do I do this? I need to, The teal block has to become recursive, is the answer. How do I make it do that? Wait, this is definitely more challenging. Because we need to get... That is too wide, right? Is this distance the same? No, this is 3 wide, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I had to... Yes, it is 3 wide, so never mind. The thing I'm thinking, hey, that doesn't even look possible, wouldn't be the answer if it was possible. So we don't have to stress about it. So we need a version of this that's going to... What I need to do is create... What I need to do is create this against a right wall while we're inside of this space already. We don't need the too wide combined solution here to be held from both sides unless we have to go left and then right to actually run the solution. But if we're in this part already, then it's fine. So how do we do that? We push this in here so that the problem is I can't get... Like, we can do this, but I can't get the meta puzzle box into... Like, what I need to do is push this thing through here to make this work. I need to get this block, the teal block, into the teal space. And we can't actually do that with the bottleneck here. That is more challenging, for sure. Is that a quick bail? Yes, absolutely. I'm kind of hoping that seeing the rest of the puzzles in the area will give us some inspiration. So we need to, inside the green space, use either this blue space or that yellow space as emitters. And in order to enter the teal space, we have to do a transfer from the blue space. And I guess it probably doesn't matter terribly which... Oh, sorry, yeah, what am I doing? It does have to be directly on, though, because otherwise we're just going to move the teal space. So something like this, right? Except for the obvious problem that we cannot use that. We cannot get ourselves... Oops. Cannot get ourselves into that yellow space to use it. Okay, what I can do, though, is push it out into the blue space. And then... if we push the teal space into it... I'm just kind of fiddling around now. Oops, yeah, that's right. That's not gonna work that way. We can remove the this entire wall of the puzzle. Gosh, the transforms in this game are so strange. Yes, I suppose that is what that does, isn't it? Okay, you know what? It's possible that my brain is not 100%. It's been a long day. You can probably hear it in my voice. I sound really tired to me. So we're gonna maybe leave a leave a string of unclaimed challenges here and then return to them on the morrow once I have slept. So this should work just fine, right? Because we'll enter this thing here. Oh, right, except I need to use this to violate the rule that we have come to understand about spaces needing to be, these kinds of spaces needing to be held from both sides. Because the pointer space can have properties that the real space does not have. Huh. I appreciate them putting us in that position so that we could see exactly what what the stakes are here. So okay, we do this, then we push it down so we can push it this way. How do I... I guess I don't want to do that. I want to push it all the way over to the right here. We can put it right above this, and then we can enter from this side. There we go. So the yellow block has to make it halfway up the right side, and we do not have access to an infinite... We don't have access to a tableau in every other direction. We have to be pretty careful here, actually. So wait, I want to push it again. Then I want to do this. That gets it off the wall. Then How do I get it into that corner? Okay, that does work the way I was expecting. I guess I could have tested that by moving up here as well. I mean, I guess the critical question probably is, why is this not a solid yellow block, but instead a yellow block with a path carved through it? Because I'm sure that's relevant, right? But I am having a hard time envisioning how. Oh, well, I am being a little bit silly here. This is a thing we can absolutely do. And then if we could enter from the top. Oh, which we can. This is why this is shaped this way. Okay. That makes sense. We don't have to re-enter the space from the top. We have a viable path. So are these blue puzzles supposed to be generally harder than the red puzzle and red puzzles, and the game designer just puts a lot of difficulty value on like the weirdness of reading them when they're in ASCII mode? You know what? Hold on a second. Let me do these normal. Let's get the rest of like the tutorial, right? So hold on. Can I zoom out? Okay. It's interesting that these two spaces are colored the same, but they're different spaces. Oh, I see. You are not spaced the same way. Okay, so this is a thing we've never seen before. But it's not that objects always come in the center of the side of the space that they're entering. It's that they collapse centrally relative to the space they were occupying in their previous block. That is a meaningful difference. How is this one scaled? Okay, that's not a problem. We can do the same thing here. Then I need to go around it. That's funny. Okay, so we need this to be here. There we go. Okay, that's a good tutorial puzzle. I feel like I learned a lot. I do not love it when they give us two different spaces. Are these actually different spaces? Just like the idea is this one is then scaled. Ah, shoot. So we have to do this against the bottom wall probably then? Wait, what am I doing? This does go in the bottom corner. This needs to be here. This needs to enter the other weird mustard colored space. Yeah, there we go. But I do not much like it when they give us two spaces that are not the same space but that are colored the same way. Just aesthetically, something about that really upsets my poor little brain. And to this point, color has been a rule for identity, right? But I guess we are beyond that. Oh, I hate this. This makes my oh no. Oh no, these are just like subtly differently scaled. It's very bad. I dislike it a great deal. Okay. There we go. Well, that'll fix that part of it. Let me zoom back out for a second here. So we have to get one of the yellow blocks over to the other. Okay. So Oh, this is one way. Is that true of both of these? No, this one works. What a weird fucking... I guess because there's more open space here, so the squish isn't quite the same. But that feels very strange. Well, also, I guess if you look, there's more accumulated offset when we're this far away from the left wall. Like this space we mostly fit in. Over here, we are more than half not in it. That's very strange. Okay, so that being the case, it does work the one way though. So it's pretty easy for us to push a block down here, and we could not use such a block to exert upward pressure. Because we need to push one of these off of the bottom. Or, I suppose... Well, hold on, does this work? No, because now I can't get back. So we need to push all 3 of the yellow bricks down here. Okay, so now one of them is in a spot where it can be pushed from the left without us having to commit ourselves to the trap. Okay, there we go, I think. I think this is going to work. I do not like it. I do not like it one little bit. The fractional offsets are very upsetting to me. Okay, let's try these challenge puzzles one at a time here. Oh, I see what this is going to be. Okay, so in the end, this is what we're doing, right? We enter one of the blue pointers in the center, come down. So, kind of doesn't matter where that one is, but we're gonna have problems after this, right? Because we need, when we press up here, we're gonna break the connection when we press down. But I guess do we exert the pressure on this no matter what? So what if we pin this against the top? Yeah, I have a different plan. So what we need to happen here is this. We're gonna enter this one. It won't move. We're gonna press down here, and it's going to take us to the teal one that's pressed against the bottom of the level, which as such won't move. No, that does not work. Okay, well that's a problem. Yeah, that's a real problem. Wait, did I do this exactly backwards? The force gets exerted. I did it correctly from my understanding of the way this would work. It's just that it turned out that I guessed backwards, right? So, okay, this exerts the pressure on the block that is below the real blue space, but then will teleport us into the block that block is pointing to, which means the same thing will happen here. That's quite unintuitive to me. That's exactly the opposite of the way that should be in my brain. This is the same thing, but more complicated then. So what we need to do is we're going to enter one of these at the bottom. We can't enter at the bottom. That's not how entering blocks works. We have to enter at the top. This is the only entrance. So we're going to come out of this. Right, so this is I'm sure not going to be the final arrangement, but I'm just going to lay these out so I can see them. So we're going to enter this thing, go through the little U, come out into this, which is to say into this, where we will go into the other pointer against the floor somewhere, and it doesn't super matter where. And then... it does matter where, though. So hold on. This actually might still be workable, though. So we're going to enter the real blue thing, which is going to be like this, which is going to put us in the real yellow thing, and I think that's going to work. Let's find out where it breaks. So we're exerting upward pressure, can't move, so we get the teleport. Downward pressure, this block can't move, so we get the teleport. Yeah, okay. It's the exact same puzzle, just with an extra step. Is this also pretty much the same puzzle? The fact that the outer wall is shaped like this makes me think this one might be a little bit more complicated, because you wouldn't need that ordinarily. So we have to enter this from the left side. That's the only place where the entrance is central. So let's just go ahead and push one of these up against that wall. We're going to go into the real blue thing, and then we're going to need it to press down against a green thing, from which we are going to enter the green thing and have to... We'll push upward against another one of these, actually, right? That's how this one loops. Use the green one twice in a row. So that's what's going to make this a little bit more complicated. So we push up there, then we push down, and it's going to put you in here. And then you have to use the blue one twice in a row as well. And this is going to break down terribly, right? So we're going to be able to make it this far. And then from here, everything's going to go to hell. Yeah. So, actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me step that back. So what has to be true in addition to what we've got here? It must be the case that the blue, the real blue space has a pointer blue space above it. In addition, that space has to not be able to move up. Are we assembling these in a single column against the wall? Is that the way that this has to go? I think so. And it's got to be fake green, fake blue, real blue, fake green. I think that's actually right. Well, we're gonna try it anyway. Okay, so fake green, real green, fake blue, real blue. No, the real blue goes down here because it has to feed into the other fake green. Yeah, right? This is what we just said. There's not enough. Well, how did I think there were 7 of these? That's actually really awkward too because this space here is 5 instead of 6. So obviously this doesn't work. We get part of the way here. And then that gets shoved. Yeah. So it's still the case that one of these has to go against the right wall. That is non-negotiable. But then we build the rest of this in the order I just said here. And we have to finish the build from the right. Yeah, so we do this. Yeah. All of the blue emitters are hooked up. Both of the green emitters are hooked up. I think so. And nothing can move up or down. Yeah, there we go. That was an interesting set. That was a really interesting set of puzzles. These are the ones I bailed on, right? Let's check these out. Oh no. Okay, so that's not a thing of a different color. That's a desaturated version of this color. Okay. So this doesn't work? Oh, right, because of a scaling problem, because we are not the same size. So I probably have to... Nope. I have to get the brown space inside of the blue space first. Or yellow, I guess, whatever. Like this. Then I enter here and then enter... Ah, shit, right. I need to enter the yellow space and get all small in there. How do we do that cleanly? Because the thing is, this is definitely in the middle third of this thing. We couldn't pin this block against the top wall or the bottom wall and then enter the yellow space from the appropriate side, because it does have to be in the center. But we can enter the blue space from below. So what if I just nest them in the opposite way, right? Oops, yeah, sorry, that's exactly the thing I did last time. Because the pointer space is still going to take us to where the blue space is no matter what. There we go. It's just one of those simultaneous multi-scale problems. Okay, so this yellow space is hugely tall. Jeez. The scales for these are all screwy, so the teal space is going to have to go inside the blue space. I think. That seems right? If I do this... Then I guess we had to do this up against a wall because I have to be able to enter the yellow space. Yeah. That really didn't even feel like a challenge puzzle, especially after solving the previous one. It was like we were already done when we showed up, basically. This is probably a little more complicated. So this yellow block is a spacer for sure, right? And we're doing the same thing where we're trying to construct appropriate scale. Just out of curiosity, how far off are we? 1, 2, 3. This is like a 5 by 5? That seems like the same scale. Right, but we have to figure out a way to actually enter stuff here. So how do we do that? How do we make this enterable? Because we're going to have this problem no matter where we are, where we need to be inside this shape to get in, but we can't do that. And these are not like this is not a pointer situation. These are two separate shapes of the exact same color and layout. Yeah. And how does the spacer help us in this case? What is this spacer block even for? So we can tuck the... Yeah, I can't really figure it out. So in here, I'm trying to figure out if there's if there's something like this where we can put this against the wall and have an area that's a different scale on the other side and be able to enter it and then come in and enter here. But it is necessarily the case that in order to do that, the object over here has to be one scale larger, which means we're never going to be able to fit in that thing because we are the same size as this block and we will always try to enter through the middle row. Yeah, very interesting. All right, let's have a quick look at these blue ones. We may do kind of a short episode on this one. I do apologize for that. I just I'm a little fried after my long day. Ooh, shifting colors. That's very pretty. So, okay, these two spaces are trapped together. They each contain the other, which is interesting. How do I... Are they the same scale? They are the same scale. So we have the ability to push these blocks across, but doing so is not... Okay, we can push this one to here, and then if I do this, we can get it off the wall at least. And then we do the same thing with the other one on the other side. That's off center, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's not so bad. Yeah, maybe the blue ones are the blue ones do not generally seem to actually be harder than the red ones. But they're set out like this for a reason, I'm sure. Interesting. Okay, so we always prefer top and right when entering a space where we have two equally likely options. That's interesting. It's woven, right? It's the top of the two spaces we could go into, like breaking this into halves, and then it's the bottom of the half that we're entering. Okay, so we can push this out. It's going to come out against the wall, which is a problem. Except, it's a problem except for the fact that we just saw. But now this is a problem. I can't actually push this up anymore. This one we can just score. This one becomes troublesome. Sorry, we can fix it by doing the thing one more time. Never mind. It does not become troublesome. Everything's fine. I just have to remember the thing we just learned about what goes in where. Okay, so... Will this go left now because it can't? Okay, no, it will not go left because it can't go right. It just won't go in at all. But if we push it in here first, now this is backwards. I needed to do this the other way around. This needed to be the thing that was in the corner. Oh, no, apparently. Oh, problem. Space problems. Shoot. Yeah, that's like really close to a good answer. It does not leave us with a way to get anything into the bottom left. But what we actually want to do is get the blue space into the bottom left, right? And right now there's no way to do that. Yeah, because everything wants to enter in that same place. How do we get a block into the bottom left of this shape? Well, so things always want to enter top and right, no matter where we push in from. Is that right? Yeah, top. Yeah. So getting an object into the bottom of that thing is going to require a yellow block that's already in the blue space, and then we push the blue space to the we push the blue space into the teal space and then push the yellow block down out of it, which is like very doable. And this can just be I push up twice. This goes here, that goes there. Right. This problem. Okay. Sorry, once again, what we're mostly doing here is having an issue of timing. So now we put the yellow block in here, push you to there, and then I enter from the bottom, which allows me to do this. And then we can just push this thing into the space it naturally wants to go into. There we go. I had all the steps, but they do have to be executed in a specific order. That's very important. Okay, yeah, so the blue one's not necessarily a big deal all the time, even. We have accumulated some more challenge puzzles that I don't know what to do with just yet. I'm gonna have another quick look at them. So I need to be able to emit myself from whatever block is in the lower outline. So I need to. I think it is still the case that what I need to do here is get the brown or the yellow block out of the teal space. Oh wait, sorry, I rigged these up exactly backwards. I told y'all early on that this is going to be a thing I was going to have a problem with. The order of the pushes. Wait a second, I did this earlier. How did I do this earlier? this space is going to sink in no matter what we do. Here, this was how I did this earlier. Sorry, I need to... No, that's not going to work because that's just going to push this away. Okay, yeah, like I said, I can't even reproduce things I was doing earlier this episode. My eggs are scrambled. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We encountered some fun new puzzles. We did a bunch of stuff. I still got a bunch of challenge levels done. I'm pretty proud of that given the way the inside of my head feels right now. Like somebody ran a wire brush through it. So that's it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. There's going to be one more of these this week. Check back tomorrow for another episode of Patrick's Parabox where hopefully, with some sleep, I go back and I actually solve some of those challenge levels we missed because I don't really want to just like accumulate this huge pile of puzzles that we have to go back to at the end of the game. But if not, then we'll just do exactly that thing. Exactly the thing I just said I didn't want to do. You know, listen, I'm not that picky. And we'll see you then.